Okay. So I had to do a second video just because my memory ran out and I had to restart it. So going back to our timeline just really quickly, we established wrath was the entire time frame, and that the only difference between the trumpets and the bowls is that the trumpets are part measure, but the bowls are God's full wrath. Let's quickly go to, let's see who I have written down here. Let's quickly go to Revelation 14. Okay, get there quickly because I only got like 5 minutes. Revelation 14:10. It says, he will, let's go down here. It says, and a third angel followed them and spoke with a loud voice. If anyone worship the beast and its image and receives a mark on his forehead or on his hand, he will also drink the wine of God's wrath, which is poured out full strength into the cup of his anger. He will be tormented with fire and sulfur in the sight of the holy angels and in the sight of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment will go up forever and ever. There is no rest day or night for those who worship the beast and its image or anyone who receives the mark of its name. This calls for endurance from the saints who keep God's commands. Remember those commands we talked about in study 2, and their faith in Jesus. Then I heard a voice from heaven saying, right, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on. All right, that's for a whole nother study, that little bitty piece that we just read at the very end. But remember, the bowls are judgment in full measure, just as we read. And then let's also go to Revelation 16:19. All right, so it says here, then the seventh poured out his bowl into the air, and a loud voice came out of the temple from the throne. Okay. Saying, it's done. There were flashes of lightning, tumblings, and peals of thunder, and a severe earthquake occurred like no other since people have been on the earth. So great was the quake. The great city, this is the harlot city, split into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell. Babylon the Great was remembered in God's presence. He gave her the what? Full cup. He gave her the cup filled with the wine of his fierce anger. Every island fled and the mountains disappeared. Enormous hailstones, each weighing about 100 pounds, fell from the sky on people. Can you even imagine? And they blasphemed God for the plague of hailstones because the plague was extremely severe. All right. So we don't want to be here for that time, guys. Put your faith in Jesus Christ. All right. You want to believe and have faith in the gospel of Jesus Christ. That means in his birth, his ministry, his death, his burial, his resurrection, his ascension into heaven, and his sitting at the right hand of God the Father Almighty, and his sending of the Holy Spirit, which indwells every single believer of the gospel. All right. That is the gospel that I just went over. All right. We have to believe that. We have to believe that, and we have to believe in him. And to not believe is you don't want to be left here. And if you're an atheist and you're an unbeliever, you don't want Christians to be right. You don't. And I tell people, have you ever seen the movie The Purge? I couldn't bear to watch it, but I've heard a lot about it. It will be like that on earth. It will be utter lawlessness during times of chaotic natural disasters. And not only these are going to be supernatural disasters. People are in it for themselves, and they will step on, murder, kill, steal to preserve self. And they will break into homes. They will kill people. They will do whatever they can to get food, water, shelter, and clothing. Who wants to be here for that? Nobody. Nobody. It will be a time of utter lawlessness. Nobody wants to be here for that. Get yourself saved. Get yourself into heaven. Trust in Jesus. And keep yourself from all of this. Okay? So that's what I wanted to discuss today, guys. Until the next video.